Hi Aquarius, I wanted to do your reading for September and give you an updated message for your love relationship. Okay, so I'm going to get started real quick with this. Aquarius, you guys are going back and forth with somebody over the past a few days, maybe 3. You have either had contact, you have either had contact with an ex-partner, or your ex-partner has been trying to contact you. I do feel that some of you have not been responding back. Some of you are waiting to see what else they have to say. Some of you do not want to jump on that boat, let's say, so to speak. You're not ready to get on that boat. You're waiting to see what they want to bring to the table, which is smart for a lot of you. Some of you have recently reconnected with your partner. And with that being said, some of you are still having doubt. Although you were excited, okay, this is maybe for a few in particular, although you were excited to get back with your partner, at the same time, you're still nervous. You're nervous because you still are having the issues with trust. A lot of you are not going to be able to get past that point, and you're going to continually upset yourself. You're going to continually cause stress to yourself. Some of you are hesitant about saying anything about how you're feeling about the situation, and others are going to speak out. Others of you are still going to lash at them and hold on to what damage was done previously. You're not able to move forward and let something go. Although you're tugging war with yourself because you want to have this relationship, you love them with all your heart. However, you're not taking the responsibility for the choices and actions that they did. The mistakes that they made, you know, have given you a big setback, okay? So with that being said, you have to reevaluate yourself and them, and you have to decide either you're going to forgive them and go forward, or you're going to have to let them know that, you know what, you're just not able to get past it, at least not now. Maybe the timing just isn't right for you right now, okay? So that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. And if you need more time, if they love you, they're going to be there for you when you're ready, okay? For some of you, you are not still back with your partner. You have not heard from your partner. You're still waiting for that connection. Some of you have been told, maybe even by me, that your partner was coming back on a personal reading, and you're still waiting for them. Unfortunately, I can't control the energy around them and things that change their minds, things that set them back, or things that put a delay on them. It's okay, but everything will come in divine timing. Okay, when I give you a time stamp on something, that is what I'm feeling the energy for. However, I'm not the boss of the universe nor the divine timing. So if somebody up there decides to change something because maybe they don't think you're ready, or maybe the other person's not ready, then they're going to make sure that that doesn't happen yet. And that's just what we got to do. We got to go through things. Lessons that have been learned for you guys, all of you, for this particular sign, lessons that have been learned are definitely being put into example, meaning that you are learning from them, people around you are learning from them, the way that your coping skills are, that's so important, and it seems that you're sharpening up on them. Some of you are dealing with a situation that may be at work and being attracted to somebody at your job, waiting for somebody to speak to you, waiting for somebody to come forward. You want to know if they're feeling the same way that you are, or are you looking at something out of context? Be careful. Because, you know, with work, you know, you got sexual harassment issues, so you have to be careful how you approach things and handle things, because some of you could actually lose your job. So I want you to be really careful the way that you're handling something in the job, at work, okay? If you have the opportunity to speak to this person after work, off of the property, somewhere else, maybe a social gathering that people from work all go to, that's a good place to try to talk to somebody. But doing it at the job itself is not a good idea, okay? Also, the other energies I'm picking up for you is checks coming, income coming. There is somebody receiving an abundance. Somebody is getting a check. Somebody is getting a bonus. Somebody is getting a promotion. So that is definitely coming through for some of you for this month. Okay, we don't have much time left in this month. Before you know it, we're going to be into October and soon to Halloween. So, you know, gather yourselves up. You know, for some of you, you need to be more humble in a certain situation. Some of you need to step back and maybe look in the mirror and reevaluate yourself, or maybe your partner needs to step back and look in the mirror and reevaluate the way that they're treating you, the way they're responding to you, or maybe is that you guys? Is it the way that you're responding to your partner in a certain situation that always creates an argument or a disturbance or an uneven balance? Be careful with that, okay? Because I do feel like there are challenging times in front of you. For those of you who have reconnected with your partner and trying to make it work, there's going to be challenging times, but that doesn't mean you can't get through it. That doesn't mean that this won't work, because it can and it will. So be aware of that nothing is beyond repairable to most extents. I'm going to say to most extents, okay? There are extenuating circumstances that do not pertain to anybody that I'm reading for here right now. However, due to betrayals, cheating, you know, the third party whole shit line, but due to that, it takes time to get through it and to get over it. But when you find out that you're on the same page as the other person and your goals are the same, that's when everything will be okay. The problem comes when your goals are not the same, when your destination is not the same. So if you're with somebody who doesn't want to get married, who's not looking for long term, but you do, then this is not the person that you need to be with, because that's not going to change for quite some time. And when it does, it won't be with you. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm trying to save you time. I'm trying to save you from a broken heart. And listen, the biggest mistake that this sign is making is trying to change somebody to the way you want them to be. But you can't. You need to accept them for who they are. Or they're trying to change you into somebody that you're not. Maybe they want you to be okay with them having a third party. Maybe they want you to be okay with having their cake and eating it too. Maybe they want you to be okay with being second best. Don't let that happen. You're worth more than that, okay? Challenging times are definitely on the horizon right now, on the horizon. It is coming, and it feels like it's more the end of September going into October. Okay, there are going to be financial difficulties for some of you because you're not watching your coin. You are not going with your needs versus your wants. Your wants are winning, and that's fine, and you're having a great time with it. Some of you are shopping unbelievably too much. Way too much. You're buying way too much. You're buying shit that still look in your closet. Some of you have something in your closet still with the tags on that you bought quite some time ago. You're still not even wearing it. Plenty of items there with tags on them. What's going on with that? Even with shoes. Some of you love shoes like crazy, and I see a lot of pairs of shoes, but you always stick to the same ones. You don't even rarely wear them. Unless there's a wedding, you might. But that's it. But that doesn't cover all 5 pairs. So whoever that's for, you need to cut down on that spending. Somebody is really spending way too much. Yeah, I understand your regular routine maintenance. You're getting your hair done. You're getting your nails done. You know, you're buying makeup. You're doing things of that nature. I get it. It's important. You need to look nice. You need to feel good about yourself, and that's fine. But some of you really are overdoing it on spending, so please be careful, because this could end up in a very bad situation where you end up having to borrow money just to pay your monthly bill. That's not good. And your monthly bill, I mean the rent, the mortgage, whatever. You're not going to be able to pay it. You're going to run short. Some of you are going to deal with somebody who wants to borrow money from you. Somebody is going to ask you for a money, for a loan. Please make sure you always get that promissory note signed. I don't care how close you are to them. I don't care how much you love them. Get that promissory note signed, or you don't have a leg to stand on when they decide not to pay you. Okay? So with all that being said, this is a very short video this month, but I do feel, like I said, connections as far as love and everything else is going to work out for majority of you. Some of you are going to go through some challenging times and still fighting yourself with trust issues, or your partner is fighting themselves with trust issues. Somebody did decide to walk away in a relationship and move on with somebody else, maybe a coworker, or somebody actually is with a neighbor. Somebody may even be with a cousin of yours. So whoever that's for, I don't know. But please know that's not going to work out. The one with the cousin is not going to work out at all. She's going to find out exactly what she needs to find out and not be happy about a situation. So be aware of that. For the person who was dating the person next door, who was married. Somebody was dating somebody next door who was married, and has caused a lot of uproar in that situation. That is not going to work out either. There is going to be a divorce, though. There is. But then he's not going to have nobody, and this is a he. He who chose to be with his wife and you, he's not going to have you or the wife by the time this is all done. So you might as well just take your walking papers now and get out of the trouble. Get out of the way. Phone calls, hang-ups. I keep getting hang-up phone calls and hang-ups. Somebody continually tries to hear your voice they don't have enough courage to come to you right now. Somebody is trying to more or less dance with you, but they're not willing to walk the path to get to you. They're nervous. They don't know how to approach the situation. They're really not sure what they want. Once they finally make that decision, it's kind of like the Two of Swords. Once they finally, or the Two of Pentacles, once they finally make that decision, they will come towards you. They have to, because they can't move forward without either A, getting closure with you and them, or without going forward, because that's what they want to see happen. So for a lot of you who are sitting there by yourselves waiting for that person to contact you, it is coming. It is coming. And before December, for sure, you will be hearing from them. However, there's other obstacles that they need to go through first. They also have lessons to learn in this lifetime that are not the same as yours, but they will learn them and they will move forward. Okay? So, anyway, thank you all for being here. I appreciate that. I hope you enjoy this wonderful weather that we're having today. However, I'm still saying prayers for those in North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and up the coastline there. Keeping you all safe, you know, praying, because high tide is coming this afternoon, and that is exactly when things could still get worse. So even though the storm itself is starting to move out, anyway, I'm keeping you all in my prayers, just so you know that. So thank you very much for being here, and I will be talking to you live soon.